Hey guys, welcome to The Shack, episode number 35. 35, that's pretty impressive. Thanks for tuning in, and if you don't know, you can find us how many places, Mikey?
Everywhere you can find podcasts.
Right on, or right off the website too.
Yes, that's
so you can check it out right off the website. Thanks for tuning in to The Shack. We're having fun doing these shows for you. Today's topic is tools. What do you EDC, tools in your car, what's your favorite tool, all kinds of stuff. We're going to go over tools, talk to you about what we like. Maybe you guys can throw some comments in all those emails Mikey keeps getting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, throw some comments in there.
Did you get more than one last time?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah, see, are we still loved everywhere?
We were on the charts in Portugal, Mexico, the Netherlands, and Belgium.
Wow.
Where?
Dublin?
Dublin.
Did you say
Belgium?
Belgium.
Oh, Belgium.
I thought he said Dublin too.
I did too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's this giant monitor that's blocking my sound.
Is there a correlation with knives or the Shack and waffles?
Nick, obviously it's me. I bring in a national flavor to the podcast.
He does.
I
You know,
drive
with his
a Land
accent
Rover.
now.
He identifies as British today.
He could put his Pittsburghese on and make it happen. Right on. No, we like bringing The Shack, and we're interested in talking about tools today. I was a little confused, I'm going to admit, when they said, hey, let's talk about tools on this podcast. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're talking about tools. So after I got the explanation, I'm all in, because I, too, have an affinity for tools. Both
What
powered,
man doesn't?
I know,
Stop that.
powered hand tools, you name
I
it.
use that.
It's like the next greatest ratchet, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But we all sort of unofficially make our living using tools.
Well,
every day.
true.
Unofficially?
Brian,
We use tools
Well,
to make tools.
yeah, officially.
That's
Right.
serious man crap right there.
So,
That's like looking in a mirror that's facing another mirror, and then
Brian, don't confuse
wow,
me.
he's already got us confused. So we're going to talk about tools today. I hope you guys are having a great day. We've had a really good summer here. It's been pretty nice. We've got a lot going on at the shop. Tons and tons of stuff going through the shop. We've got a lot of knives going through. We're getting ready to do a couple of events here in the fall. We're going to be at River's Edge Cutlery next week, so you probably won't be able to come out and see us. But we're going to be at Smoky Mountain
Unless
Knife
they
Works.
live in Columbus, then they could come.
It's only 2 hours from
We're
here.
going to be at Smoky Mountain Knife Works in October. We're going to be at Georgia Bushcraft in November. Did I miss?
Going to Old Town
Old Town.
for
October.
Knifetoberfest.
I don't know if I can make that one. We'll see.
Georgia
But it
Bushcraft
is
in November.
Georgia Bushcraft in November. I know someone's going to Georgia Bushcraft. I don't know if I'm going to be there. I definitely am going to go to River's Edge and Smoky Mountain because we're already on the schedule for that. But we have some events coming up, and some of our dealers are having
Sold out knife class.
Yeah, we got a sold out knife class coming.
Scandy class.
Scanny
Let's
ground.
see. Man, we got tons of stuff going on. Been a good year. Yeah, just straight across the board. So tons of stuff. Check out the events, even if we aren't going to them. Go out there and support those knife events, especially our dealers. If our dealers got something going on, man, go out and check them out because they're all good people, and we love working with them. So today we're going to talk about tools, guys. And first, who's all here?
Scooter Harry man on the inside.
I'm Tyler.
Mikey.
Nick.
Brian from Woods Monkey.
And Sam is out on location.
Oh.
So he's not going to be with us.
Bye,
tonight.
Sam.
He's reporting
That's
from the
good.
Field.
He's reporting from the field.
Live from the
That's good.
chopper. In
he's-
comes Sammy.
And he's literally in a field.
He's in the field.
Using tools.
He's in a field
Wow.
using tools. So
We
that's
should have had a
good.
remote microphone
had.
set up.
I'd call him, but there's no cell service.
Right on. Okay, so let's get right into the tools. I think it was Nick's idea, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
I think it was. So let's let Nick lead us in where we're headed today in our talk.
Sure, why not? So part of this for me is I asked the group yesterday what the topic for today's podcast was going to be, and I got a whole bunch of not sure, don't know, ask somebody's, which was fine. That's okay. We like to do, keep it kind of loose around here. So when I got to Mike, he said, I don't know, you pick. So I said tools. Because him and I had been discussing tools and some tools that I've been looking for to add to my collection. I think that to use a phrase that one of my favorite YouTubers uses, every professional homeowner should have certain tools or a collection of tools to take care of things and do things around their home, their vehicle, their life in general.
And that's why you're looking for a Stanley number 4 plane?
That's one of the things on my list. I've been in need a few times and had to improvise. So
Some crooked doorways.
you better believe it, bud. But yeah, so that was something that him and I were discussing. And when he said pick a topic, I just went with what we had talked about last, and it was tools. So from an EDC standpoint, I think just about all of us, I don't know about you, Brian, we all have Leathermans and multi-tools all the time in our regular. If you go back and listen to our EDC episode, you'll hear us talking about our different multi-tools. I think Sam is still rocking a SOG, but otherwise, I think it's all Leathermans, right?
Super tool.
Yeah.
Leatherman.
Yeah.
Wave.
Charge for me.
You're a Gerber guy, right?
Yeah, so I think I'm using the Gerber right now. I don't know. I'd have to look.
I still
Yeah.
have my original Leatherman.
Nice.
That's cheating.
Yep.
Those
I
are
have
pretty.
a blacked out super tool. I've been carrying
Is
this
it the
actually,
EDC one?
the
Or
long-
the EOD one? Or is it the regular?
I don't know the difference.
It's the regular.
We'll say it's
The-
a Super
no.
Tool 300.
The EOD have crimpers in them that
Didn't
are
you
Okay.
diffuse
There's
the
specific.
glass
bomb?
cap crimpers in the jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've had this one quite a while, actually. Comes in handy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They
The Super Tool is my personal favorite multi-tool because it has real live actual size tools in it, not like mini versions
Too big.
What? To carry.
Yeah.
for your medium-sized hands.
Yeah, right.
He does wear a medium-sized glove, people. Just in case you
Yes,
were wondering,
yes,
or you
I
want to
do.
send
I know
scooters.
you
and-
have that
Big
one you
shoes,
like
though.
that the pliers fly out the front.
I did, Gary. That's my backup. That is a Gerber. Yep, you just flick it and the pliers pop out. That's a good one.
Yeah, I
There's a
carried
reason
one of
it's
those for
the
years.
Gerber.
Also front multi-tool.
If something
Yeah.
happens in my Leatherman, I got that one.
You know the
Right.
nice thing about those OTF ones is that when you put the pliers out, when you like go to use the actual pliers on those, you can get into a really tight space and the pliers won't close on you. So like if you have to force something apart, if you try to do that with a Leatherman, you can't do it. But you can with a Gerber. And I normally, I carried one of those for years, and
Oh,
after
you
that,
mean when you're opening it?
yeah,
Opening the
yeah,
jaw.
you can
Oh, yeah,
force the
can't do that
jaws
with
to
a
open. You
Leatherman.
cannot do that
Correct.
with a Leatherman.
Sure.
That's just an interesting
You just
little
use the
feature.
knife blade for that. Pry.
Oh, jeez. And
Yeah,
that's
so
why
I
we don't
agree with
let
you.
Mike have nice things.
I was going to say Leatherman, but a multi-tool is extremely efficient.
Yeah.
And just about any size, if you have a multi-tool, I think you're winning because you can.
That and
You
a
get a lot
6-inch
done.
crescent wrench will get you far in life.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I used to carry a crescent wrench on my keychain.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was a 6-inch, but it was we'll say 4.
Yeah, they have
because
4.
I don't. Yeah.
You know what's taken the place of a crescent wrench for me, though?
The Nipix pliers.
Yep.
The what?
I
The
bought
Nipix
it.
Cobra pliers.
Nipix.
So the Nipex pliers, the smallest one they make with the rubber grips on it. If you're in the EDC community or know about everyday carry stuff in any way on Instagram or Facebook or anything, I'm sure you've seen these. They are adjustable wrench pliers.
They
They're
look
like,
like
channel locks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look just like channel
super
locks.
Sort of, yeah.
Yep. But dang, if those things aren't so handy, I mean, they are great for
more
anything.
than a multi-tool?
I wouldn't say necessarily more than a multi-tool, but if you have to grab onto a nut, like if you have to, we just bought a bunch of equipment, and when we went to collect it, we had to disassemble some things, and it was like having a whole set of wrenches in my pocket, basically. One tool, I was able to go up to,
All right.
I think 3/4, something like that.
It was
It's
bigger than
big.
7/8 because that was the
Oh,
largest
yeah.
wrench I had.
Yeah,
so it had
yeah.
to be a 1-inch.
So
So there
you
you
would
go.
take that over the crescent wrench?
I would,
'Cause
absolutely.
I was a fan of
And they
crescent
lock.
wrench. And now
Oh,
the fact that I
I
haven't been
love
carrying
'em.
it, I'm mad at myself now that I'm sitting here going, why haven't you been carrying that for?
I'm telling you though.
You should really check out those
Try
Nipex
the
Cobra
Nipex.
pliers.
Not the Cobra pliers are nice, especially if you do anything with piping. But
Right.
that little flat jaw, man, that thing is a beast.
I do have a complaint about a multi-tool, and I might as well air it
Yeah.
publicly.
Have at it.
And first of all, I do love multi-tools. I carry one every day, 99% of the time. My complaint is that 1% is the one time I need it. Because I will be
It happens.
home with my sweatpants shorts on, and Elaine will go, "Hey, you want?
Don't you carry
You
a
know,
bag in
wait,
your house?
wait, now wait. You know what you do to fix that?
Wait. I'm serious. And I will look at her and go, I've had my multi-tool on every day, 10 hours a day. This one time I got shorts on with a sweatband,
You asked me for a
and
tool.
you asked me to fix this thing, and I don't have that
Yep.
tool. That drives me nuts.
That's
I literally
why
won't touch my multi-tool for a week.
I don't do
I'm
that. She
My main
constantly
complaint-
says, "Put comfy pants on in the house." I said, "No."
These are my comfy pants.
I
They
have
got
to
the
have
stuff.
this
Oh, jeez.
because my ruler and all my car keys. I have to have my multi-tool.
He
my
looks like a
knife.
prison warden with
You ever
his.
saw
I
A.
can't-
Schneider
Go
from
over
One
your
Day at a
man rules
Time?
Again?
No, I am quite good
Well,
with
the
the man rules.
listeners may not be aware of
Oh,
your official
you
man
mean for
rules.
them? Oh, sure.
Wait.
Wallet.
Let me get a piece of
Tip
paper and a
right,
pen.
tip,
These,
wallet, right rear pocket.
these are all
Wrong.
adjustable because that's wrong.
That's
You
why the
can't
button
keep
on a dress
another guy
pant is
out of
on
your
the left.
rear pocket.
What do you think the button on the dress
Get a
pants are
purse.
for?
You know
on the
what?
left pocket only.
I'm just going to start stealing your wallet for fun.
We'll see.
They're on the
Okay.
left.
Wallet, right rear. Money, left front.
Wrong.
No.
Lighter, Sharpie, space pen, right front. Left
Also
rear.
wrong.
Handkerchief.
I don't carry a space pen. I carry this handmade one right here.
Multi-tool on the belt and a proper spin-made leather sheath.
Yeah, that
Yes,
I like.
that is my
Right,
biggest
like a-
complaint
like
about
a 7
multi-tools.
o'clock,
They all
uh,
come in horrible sheaths.
That is
7:30.
true. The
7:30.
Yeah.
Typically, multi-tools do come in lousy sheaths. I have
Although
to
our
agree
buddy
with that.
Spin at Jerry makes a rockin'
Yeah.
multi-tool flashlight
Correct.
Yep.
mag carrier that what is the ticket?
Yep.
Is the
Available
ticket. Anyway,
at woodsmonkey.com.
that was my one complaint. The one time I need it, I don't have it on because
Are we going over lists? I'm ready. I got
Next
a
sheet.
list.
Go ahead.
wow, calm
Yeah.
down. It's Nick's show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Good.
okay. No,
I
by
didn't know
all
we were
means.
supposed to do lists.
No,
I just jotted down some stuff because I
I
forgot.
think- I think since Scott felt so underwhelming with the EDC one or the bug out bag episode where he only had the little fanny
I was-
pack size thing.
No, not at
You
all.
have bug out insufficiencies.
Wow, Nick's
okay
giving
with
you your complex.
Wow, I'm okay with it. I'm
yes,
good.
people, we really are friends.
That's no
All
problem.
right. Anyway, back to the show.
Go ahead, Scott.
Okay, I took
So
this.
wait. We're doing EDC first, right?
That's fine.
Flip
Well,
it.
I sort of have 3 lists. Sort of. The
It's only an hour show.
Are these
I know,
quickie
I'll go
lists?
fast. I'll go fast.
We're coming off a 3-parter from last episode.
Well, this should be a 5-parter.
I
if
can
you
hear
want me to
people in
go
Portugal
into
tuning out
in-depth
right
on all this list. Okay, the EDC, which is what I got on me, of course, the Leatherman.
Right.
The Leatherman Wave, actually. I have had a few other Leathermans. That is the one that works best for me. It's not too big. The signal is good, but doesn't have as much stuff.
It's too bushcrafty.
It is a little bushcrafty, but that's oriented toward that. The Wave has everything I could need. It's not as big as the old 8-pound Super Tool 300, whatever. That one should come with a cape
You
and
know
its
why I
own set
have
of
that
boots.
one?
I
Because
don't.
Mike 10
I
years ago
know.
said
You know
get
what,
this.
though?
I know.
I'll tell you that
It's-
that tool.
I'm not saying it's
now
not good.
wait,
It's too big
I've never
for
had
me.
it.
those
I
are
know.
actually they're more comfortable to use than any of the other ones because it's got that rounded edge.
Yep.
This one does too.
It's still
Wave
those
has
are
a
more
rounded.
comfortable.
I wouldn't want to spin plier. Spin bolt heads all day with my Leatherman, but it'll do it.
Yep.
All right, so that's number 1. Number 2 is, of course, a pocket knife. That's of some sort, or a small fixed blade. That's a given. That's about it for EDC. Everything else, I'm thinking, is oriented toward a car. So I have a tool bag from Blue Ridge Overland Gear. It is now they make 3 different ones. The one I carry mainly is called the tool bag. Nobody's going to comment on that?
Letting you run with it.
The other 2, let's see,
Tool
they have
roll and the tool
they
sleeve.
have the tool pouch roll and the tool pouch sling. I also own the tool pouch roll, and I was using that one for bigger, heavier stuff. The tool bag is one large zip-up bag with an outside pocket. It has 6 removable Velcro pouches on the inside. Nick, can you control yourself?
It sounds like you're reading this word for word.
Because I made some notes because I didn't want to screw it up.
Nope, that's fine.
All right, in these
We
bags...
were doing EDC, right?
He's just
I
scripted.
just said this is
I've never noticed to be this scripted about anything.
He said
But-
tools.
But you
We
rattled
said
off all those things.
No,
in
it's
the-
okay. Hold
Not
on.
just
No,
tools.
Tyler's over there
no.
trying to tell
It's
you what an
okay.
EDC
It's all
is.
Hey, when have we ever stuck to a topic anyway?
Don't make me stop
Make the
this bus
plan.
and make
This
a part
is
two.
fun.
Off the rails.
All right, go
Goes right
on.
out the
Continue on with your
Okay.
script.
So I don't care. In this tool bag, in the 6 pockets, I have them divided up and Sharpie markered on them because you can write on the front of them. I have quarter-inch.
Okay, now wait. We have to stop for 2 seconds and talk about Scott's complex here. Am I correct? I want a group consensus or not. Am I correct in saying that he must write on almost every viable surface around him with a Sharpie?
I'm sorry.
Yes or no?
I'm on Nick's side because I have
I
told
know
you
I
quit
do.
doing-
Every
quit doing that.
surface.
I know.
I'm looking at some of his
I'm looking at it
graffiti
right
right
here on
now.
the
Don't
garage
let
door.
him around your stuff,
He
people.
wrote that and never ever looked at it again 5 years ago. Because I called him
You
out
know
on it
the
about
one
a
memory
week ago.
technique is to write it down.
Everywhere.
Not on everything.
It comes off with acetone.
Bench
Quit
tops,
your complaining.
garage doors,
Pit-
brick
the
walls.
table.
There's
the
notes on the bathroom
toolbox,
wall.
the shop bot, everything. His machine.
They'll know I've been here. That's
Oh
fine.
my gosh.
That was beautiful.
Anyway.
All right. There you
Like
go.
to leave
Leaving-
Sharpie fingerprints.
You're leaving fingerprints.
That's fine. I have nothing to hide.
That is all. Continue.
Okay, quarter-inch drive in one pouch, 3/8 drive in the other, screwdrivers, Allen keys and zip ties in one, Mike, wrenches, and pliers.
Are we?
So that's
Yeah.
the black tool bag.
And
That's,
what else do you keep outside of the Land Rover?
Da, 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 da. This is the one that could be in the Toyota, could be in the Rover. Now, I will go quickly over this next list. This is the stuff I keep in a large toolbox in the Land Rover. There's a lug
Fluids.
wrench. There's a lug wrench because
That
it
was
takes
kind
1 1/16 inch socket to fit the lug nuts on a Land Rover. A 1/2 inch drive wrench because the adjuster plate for the alternator has a big square and it's 1/2 inch drive, so I gotta have one of them. In a Ziploc bag, I keep the fluidy type things, which is Gojo, some grease, some anti-seize, and you must own this product. You ready? You ready? Yama Bond. Yama Bond, you can buy it through Amazon. It is designed for or from Yamaha motorcycles. It's like RTV, but RTV is crap compared to Yama Bond.
Tell us how you
I'm
really
telling
feel.
you, Mark turned me onto this. It's the best stuff. Throw your RTV away and buy a tube of Yama Bond. Okay. 2 different belts, which I skipped bringing that other belt with me the other day, but it was out of there. A fan belt and an alternator belt. Assorted little box of assorted copper washers. Seems like there's all kind of crap on a Land Rover. You must have these copper washers, and you can only use them once and you throw it away. Some line wrenches for doing a brake line or a power steering line. Every man should know what a line wrench is. Colby valve. This is something that you can replace your tire valve without dismounting the tire. You push the broken one through, you mount this inside, you use a wrench to tighten up, you air up your tire, you're done.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
fantastic.
You're a nerd for
I-
mechanical stuff.
That's because I drive a Rover. You got to be able to get home, buddy. Okay,
Even if it is with a drill press.
that's fine.
Drill press.
And a little assorted bin of cotter pins for a variety of stuff. Now, along those lines, but this is a separate piece. I call them hairpins. It's the big squiggly looking one that would go on a hitch pin to hold your receiver in your hitch. You know, just kind of pops over the round part. There's a variety of sizes because there's a bunch of them on the Rover, and you know, you lose one in the grass, you got to have a replacement. If I'm going on an extended trip, I got the compressor and the Moreflate thing for inflating, deflating all 4 tires.
Scooter, you're wasted on knife making. You
And
should build
there's-
these kits for people.
And there's an electrical box,
Like in a
Also,
nice Plano box.
which has the multimeter, the test light, butt connectors, crimpers, strippers, spare wire. It's all red. Yeah. Stuff like that for electrical problems. Okay, I'm done.
I'm telling you, he is wasted on knife making. You should make these kits in an Illuma box, a custom Illuma box for people.
That's what I got in the back.
For every car model.
Also in that toolbox is the winch control and backup, soft shackle, and there's a snatch strap in the bed of the truck too. Okay.
There you have it.
And a working winch.
Good to go.
I got a screwdriver.
I got a AAA card.
So back to carrying your EDC tools.
I have a Leatherman. I've done a ton with a
Damn.
Leatherman. That's
did.
really all you need.
I definitely, since we started making the banana peel, I have carried the banana peel. That is my new folding knife. And what a great tool that is, just in general. I like this thing. Mine is in Kydex. It is with me all the time. What a great piece. And a Griffin pocket tool on my keychain, because I think that is super important to have around. One of those.
The
it's
pry
a little
bar thing?
enough- Yeah, just.
I know people debate about that constantly, whether or not a pry bar is worth EDCing at all or even having in your toolkit. I don't know. I never understood. You definitely should have a pry bar in your
That's
toolkit.
probably like carrying a little flashlight. And you think, what do I need a
Oh,
flash? And as soon
yeah.
as you start carrying and use like,
Yeah.
how did I ever live without
Well,
this?
Yeah.
I
Same
mean,
here.
you don't pry with it, but I mean,
No.
you do a little bit of
Well, you
prying,
can
you
do
do
a
a
lot
little
with
bit.
it, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah,
More scraping, I think.
Scraping, I mean,
But
it'll-
yeah.
if your car gets impounded in Cleveland, let's say, and you've
Yeah.
got to go scrape the paint off the
Wow.
window at the
Yeah.
impound lot, it's good for that.
Oh,
I've
cool.
heard.
Good
Asking
tip.
for a friend.
Yeah, no, it's just.
We're talking about the
That's
Griffin.
that's a very
Yeah.
specific hypothetical.
I know. I'm just saying it might
It
come in
will
handy.
open pop bottles
Yeah.
if you drink pop.
It does.
Got a
does.
quarter driver and a couple
I'll
other
never
nut
roller?
sizes. The big ones, dude. The big
I
ones are
have the
marked.
mini. I
Okay.
ground mine off.
You get
Yeah,
that's the regular.
Is that the regular?
The mini ones, the
The little one.
You will probably look
This is
cooler.
a mini.
You'll look cooler pulling that out to open a box instead of your car keys,
Is that
right?
the mini?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does
Oh,
have.
geez, look at everybody go.
It does
I know,
have.
Mike, you have
Oh, you
six
got
of
a
them.
whole rover full of stuff. You ain't got a multi
You don't have
or a
a
little
Griffin on your
pocket tool?
keys?
Not on my keys.
Wow.
I
I
have
know-
the Outhouse edition
I
in
have
case
it in
I
my
get
desk.
challenged.
You're,
I mean,
we're
my
gonna get
desk.
kicked out.
I mean,
of the
I'm
club.
sorry.
right in the other room. There's some in the
There's some in
case
that
there.
case in there.
Okay, I'll add. I have
Jeez.
them. I just don't have it on my keychain.
Right.
This.
Being the
This is
adventurer
getting
that you
full.
are, you should consider the adventure tool since you love carabiners.
Ooh.
Adventure tool. Is that
Yeah.
the flashlight knife
No,
carabiner
it's a
thing?
Griffin with a carabiner.
Oh,
on it.
yeah, yeah.
carabiner.
Okay. All right, I'll check it out.
So
Sorry,
again, for my
Casey.
EDC stuff is definitely flashlight. You know, we've talked about flashlights in another episode, but yeah, no doubt a flashlight.
Yep.
Who's up?
Brian or Tyler?
Can
flip
I
a
go
coin.
again? I'm just
No,
kidding.
you're good. I think we're good.
Just kidding.
No.
Well, I'll go ahead and go. Why not? So my everyday carry, I usually always have my multi-tool. I don't know what kind it is. I just got it, and now it's using.
Now wait.
He's
Now
about
Do you
Jesus.
have it here, Tyler? Because we.
No,
Okay.
Wow, so much for your EDC, buddy.
So not.
I said
every day.
I said usually.
All right then.
Usually I carry a multi-tool. I didn't today.
You're like the anti-Scott.
Just wait till you get with the tools in my car.
Ah.
He's got them all organized. Mine was in a cardboard box and the bottom ripped out of it. Now it's in a shopping bag.
Paper or plastic.
Plastic. But
Where's this guy named Brian? He works at Woods Monkey. He's known for tactical organization. You might want to talk to
Tactical
him.
organization.
I don't try to organize my tools. They're organized all the way up until I get a project, and then it's not organized anymore.
If somebody had
They're
like a.
organized in the ones that I've thrown and the ones I haven't thrown.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
If somebody had
We're
like
good.
a canvas, like a roll
We're good
thing,
friends with Blue Ridge Overland Gear. We'll hook you up with a bag, buddy.
But
like a little red bag that fits.
But
in.
I mainly only keep like ratchets and sockets unless I'm doing a major vehicle project, and then I take my metal toolbox, which has all my wrenches and my pickle fork for taking ball joints and axle nuts and everything else in there.
Pickle fork. Did you buy that in Pittsburgh?
I don't know. I think
It's an
I,
official car tool.
I honestly think I got it at AutoZone a long time ago. I've had it forever,
Doubles as a weapon.
and it's a really good hammer too. It's solid steel.
There you go. There's a big
Then
one.
at the house, I just have my little tool bag with my drill and my nails and a hammer and screwdrivers. And I'm going to say, like everyone else probably does in their house, but I'm sure not everyone has tools in their house. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's a must.
that's all my tools.
Cool. And your knife that you have on you constantly.
Oh yeah, and my ABL Next Gen I keep with me all the time.
Brian.
So, what can I cover that hasn't been covered? Leatherman, Griffin.
What's your favorite Leatherman?
The one I have is the original Leatherman, like the Leatherman
You still like
one.
that?
PS1.
PS1.
The original
something like
Leatherman tool?
It has no name or number. It was just
The
the Leatherman,
Leatherman.
still made by Tim Leatherman, 100
Hi,
years ago.
I'm Tim. I have a tool.
Exactly. Now,
Okay.
Night Eyes or whoever makes them. Let's see. So Griffin, a couple of O-lights, banana peel folder. I also have my curved carver. Have a something I'm not going to mention. I don't know if we're covering that in tools.
Bang bang.
Maybe.
It's a flare gun?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Exactly. I don't know what we're considering tools. So that's everyday stuff. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Proton light that we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the bug
Those are
out
handy.
bags, and oddly enough, I have a thing in my money clip that I've had for years before I became part of Woods Monkey. That's a monkey multi-tool,
Yes. One of the
the little
stainless steel
flat
cutouts.
stainless pocket monkey. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of stuff in the car.
Follow Scott home.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean
Things will fall off.
jumper cables and
Nothing falls off.
lug
I'll tell
wrench
you.
and little multi screwdriver and a couple of things, but not a whole lot of stuff. I do really need a good saw at home. I figured out I was taking down a
Circular table,
Silky.
chain,
yeah
Jay?
wood.
hand.
I mean I've got I've got a circular saw, but I was cutting down a limb that had half come off a tree a couple of
Katana
months ago
boy.
and fully. Yeah, I mean, and I've got like this terrible pruning saw thing. I really need a katana
Or
or
a
a silky
Sawzall.
or yeah,
The silky.
I could have, but
Oh, you
The
can't.
silky. Need
I
one
mean,
of
as
them
far as a
folding
pull
silky
cut
saws.
saw goes, it's tough to
Those
beat.
were good.
Very nice. Okay. Well, Mike, I know that you can fill the rest of the episode up, so why don't you go ahead, buddy?
All right, I openly admit that I have a bit of a problem when it comes to tools.
There's a reason that I went to him first when I was looking for new tools.
I follow tool things like people follow Star Wars.
but you also follow Star Wars.
I do follow Star
He
Wars.
does follow, and
And,
almost as freakishly.
So, like, I was actually like watching YouTube videos of the people that were at the Milwaukee Pipeline event this past week and checking out the new tools.
Milwaukee.
It's like the Blade
Pipeline.
Show, but for tools.
Yeah.
Huh.
Called Milwaukee Pipeline.
That's their individual event where they show off their new tools.
It's when you
Think
rush
demo
past all the
days.
other people trying to get to the LT Wright table. It's like that.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was checking out all the new stuff and I was sharing it with Nick and things like that.
That's
And
true.
He was asking me for some older tools because I also collect old tools. But for EDC purposes, I pretty much just keep it to my Leatherman and my Griffin multi-tools and usually have a pocket knife on me. The car truck situation is different because I tend to be very mobile with my tools, so I have a Milwaukee pack-out stack of things that can do just about everything I need, whether it's home, auto, or general maintenance, and has quite a lot of tools in it. And then at the house, I have a rolling chest that has a bunch of tools in it, and woodworking tools, and my vintage tool collection, and stuff like that. So I have a lot of tools.
What do you think is the oldest tool that you actually have, Mike?
I have some stuff from the 1800s.
Man.
That's cool.
Dig it. For fixing wagon wheels.
Yeah.
A
'Cause
lot of straight-jawed pipe wrenches and some old bicycle tools.
Some of that stuff does work good, and some of it is good. They've upgraded for a reason.
Or safety.
It's definitely one of those instances where old isn't exactly
sometimes.
better.
Sometimes, right.
Depends what it is. Yep.
Yeah, one of the things I've done at tools at the house a number of years ago now, it's kind of like my Leatherman story. The only time I need it's when the one
When you don't
time
have
I'm
it.
not wearing it. Well, it was a kind of the same thing At home, she'd need me to do something upstairs, and my tools are out in the garage. Well, I've got to go down 2 floors, go outside, down the driveway, blah blah blah, up and down. Or I'd be in the basement and the tools are on the 2nd floor. It doesn't matter. So we got toolboxes for each floor of the house and put in a select, a hammer, screwdrivers, utility knife.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stuff that's specific to that floor.
Yeah, roll of tape, something. Just like I always ran into this one silly thing, so I just put all of these tools. So we got a bunch of tools together, sat down one day with buckets and stuff, and we hammer here, and made a toolbox for each floor. So now, literally, when you run into that problem, if I'm in the basement, I can quit. Well, some of my tools are there anyway, but I have a toolbox set up, and it sits there. And the same thing for the 2nd floor. You just got to have a
I did
toolbox
something
on
similar
each
at my
floor.
house but it's more project specific. So like I have a plumbing bag and I have an electric bag. So
Right.
whatever that problem is, I can go get that bag and accomplish
Now, I
everything
have
that I
that
need.
set up in the basement in just like that, but in 5-gallon buckets in a sense. I have the plumbing bucket.
Do you have the bucket
electrical
buddy on the
bucket.
outside?
Nah, this is old school. This is the way we used to do it in the old days. We just had a drywall bucket that you beat out. You just take and clean out the drywall, beat all the dry stuff off, and used it as your carry-all.
Yeah.
So I never went up to the bucket buddy thing. But I'm telling you, it was a game changer when I started putting just a container of tools on each floor.
Yeah.
And not
a
a
good
lot,
idea.
just a couple little things, because hey, this leg on this bar stool's loose. Well, I'd have to go out in the garage, move 10 things to get one screwdriver, or my cordless drill was in the garage and my battery pack was downstairs charging. You name it.
Or the
it
battery's
was set.
dead. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
So I fixed that with a toolbox per floor. And again, it doesn't have to be a lot of stuff, because you can do a lot of things with a little thing. So
No, I like
kinda
that.
works out. It worked out for me at home a lot.
See, my parents were always big proponents to having the junk drawer in the kitchen, and it wasn't like bags
We
or
had
anything. It was like a little tool drawer basically.
Yep.
So it was pliers, screwdriver, duct tape, and I've definitely carried on that tradition as well, where we have and it's it has a tendency to get cluttered, but every once in a while we go through and like you said, tear things out, organize a little bit, and it really saves the day sometimes, especially when something breaks loose or starts leaking or any of that stuff right there. Yeah, having that stuff closer to hand is nice.
Yeah, that
Bam.
definitely is a great way to do it. So how much stuff do you carry in your car? Like in my Jeep, I have, again, the Blue Ridge tool rolls. I have 2 of them. Pretty much a full set of
Do you have the tool
metric.
pouch roll?
The tool pouch.
Roll?
Now
No,
you're
he has
sounding
the
a
tool
little
bag.
snobby there, Scooter.
I have the
And the pouch tool roll and the roll
I
too.
thought you had a
roll.
tool bag too.
I have the tool bag, but it's the electrical bag.
Okay,
sorry.
the 2 bags
So-
that they're describing, one has 2 bags in it and one has 4 bags
No,
in
no,
it.
no.
Wrong.
Oh, is this a
Mine is an
different
actual
thing?
tool roll.
Ah.
The
So
roll
there's
has
the
4.
roll is 4
Right.
pouches,
The
and then
tool
the big
bag,
pouches. The tool
6.
bag has 6 of those.
Oh,
12-inch
that's the
pouches.
clamshell one.
And
My
then they
goodness.
have the sling that is 2 giant pouches, but it folds in half like a taco.
And I was thinking I had 5 pouches in my tool roll, but
You might, because there's room to add more, but it comes from Blue Ridge with 4.
So I have 2 of those set up in the Jeep. Metric,
Yeah.
SAE, plus some stuff. Definitely a breaker bar, definitely. And I think I have an extendable breaker bar, actually, because of the Jeep wheels, just to get that stuff off. So for tools, another thing is a rechargeable work light.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
nice.
in my
Andy
lunchbox.
Andy turned me
Yeah.
on to that. It was like a DeWalt kind of one.
Yeah.
Man, two brightnesses, USB,
Magnetic
fantastic.
base.
Good to go. Mine actually doesn't have the magnetic base. His did.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have got the one with the magnetic base. But
There
still,
are some amazing lights technology things happening right now. You can get these super thin, like paddle faced lights.
Yeah.
Stupid bright. They're magnetic. They fold and twist in every direction.
Right.
And they're tiny.
I'm big on light, man.
Yeah.
Those work lights, when we're painting around the house, I'll go out in the Jeep and get it and use it.
Well, there's
but I try to
nothing-
keep it near the Jeep. It's actually in the basement because we were doing a project.
Yeah.
But man,
Now's a
if
good
you have
opportunity to
something
buy
at night-
another one to put in the Jeep.
Yeah, I probably should. I would not hesitate to get another one though, because it's good to go. I like having that work light around.
It's horrible when you're trying to do a project and you're fumbling around in the dark.
Yeah.
Like it's bad enough that there's something you're trying to fix or do, and then if you can't see what you're doing, that's just a whole nother layer of not fun to the
I use
situation.
my camping headlamp a lot for
There you
home
go.
projects.
a good idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know how many times I put it. Well, every time we go to the farm, I got to
Yeah.
turn the lights on. It's always dark, so it rides, or
Yep.
one of them rides in my center console in the Jeep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like gloves. I got 10 pair of gloves scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh
just
yeah, I
'cause
got mechanics
Yeah.
gear or mechanics wear. Yeah,
There's-
those gloves are all over the place.
Sometimes I want a pair of gloves on when I'm grabbing
Yep,
onto something.
yep.
For sure.
I
So
keep
true.
leather ones in the truck in case I find roadkill that I have to like drag off the road or something that's injured.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well. Okay.
Scott, why?
Sure. Mike.
I just steer around it and
No,
keep
no,
on
no.
trucking.
Blow the horn out. Take it away.
You know, like when
Varmints?
an animal gets hit and it's not quite dead yet, and you have to go help it because
Oh man, this is taking a turn here.
That's what the bang bang's for.
That's
Right.
what Brian's multi.
This is
Yeah.
taking a turn here. All right.
There's
We-
a solution for that.
I'll tell you this: if you see Mike coming at you and he's putting on his other gloves,
You might be dead.
want to
it,
run.
it might just mean that there's a snake near LT.
There, oh,
I
Wow.
don't know.
wow.
Whoa.
Me, me
What does
and
that mean?
me and the
on
wife
the
used to
phone.
have a.
And you screamed in the phone.
I
would have
not
screamed.
scream.
You
I
did.
was on the phone
No, you,
saying, Mike,
you did.
there's a copperhead right there. I'm
You-
on the phone.
you did.
He said, I got
I would
it.
have screamed too, but
So, anyway.
yeah.
Getting
All
back
right.
to the tools. So there are some things. I know we talked about EDC things in Jeep. Jeep truck? Did I? Anybody else got anything in their truck that I don't? Oh, I got a jump pack. Sorry, I wanted to throw
Yeah,
that out
the
there,
jump pack
'cause
is
I
a
don't
worthwhile
live
tool to
without
talk
my
about.
jump pack.
Can't go wrong with the jump
Yeah.
pack. I keep a 10 millimeter wrench in the center console of my truck because it is what works for unhooking the battery.
So that's
That's
where mine
very
is.
good advice.
Yep.
I have a specific wrench in every vehicle that will undo the battery.
Yep, you got to have that.
Oh,
I probably do
speaking
not.
of
Right on,
that,
You can't just rip it off with your
Um,
hand normally.
I found it's a battery terminal wrench. I don't remember. I've got it at AutoZone. I don't remember how much it was, but as long as your battery terminals haven't been changed, it fits all battery terminals and it
Usually
works
they're
like an
10 or
open-end
12.
ratcet.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
It's,
I
That's
have to
kinda
bring
cool.
that
That's-
in. I'd like to see
yeah,
that.
That's how we-
Yeah.
I got it in the Jeep.
'Cause that's
At least I
something
should
that
have.
in your bag.
the
plastic
There you
bag.
go.
Broken
No, I might
box.
get turned on.
So
to
I
that.
keep
like
that
Yeah.
and my 6-inch adjustable wrench in the center console of the truck, and then in
You mean
like
crescent?
yeah, and then under the back seat I have a 1/2-inch
Sure.
breaker bar with a strip of metric deep well impact sockets for pretty much anything else on the truck.
Nice.
So I can take the wheels on and off. I can
He
do
does
most of
that.
the things.
It's nice because he pulled that out many times. That Milwaukee thing.
Well, I told him the other day that he's definitely convinced me, and I'm going to be getting the pack out system for what I have, where I'm going to go with the dolly and then a bunch of the different boxes. And
It's just too
See
handy.
me after this podcast.
Oh, wait,
I know
Oh,
he knows
geez.
the guy. Oh wait!
are.
Stop! You guys, hey!
Okay,
Now,
all right.
now.
Negotiate
Bart,
later.
you didn't see
Don't
me.
start
We'll
texting
negotiate.
either. Yeah.
The podcast.
Scott's like, hey, this
Okay,
is my
I-
day. I got it.
I have to interject. I was trying to think of this article that I read a while ago, and I'm sure Mikey knows about this one. It's written by Jonathan Hansen. It's called the One Case Toolkit. You know what I'm talking about?
I
It's
have
on-
the one that I always refer to back from Bill Burke too, where he outlined his off-road toolkit.
Oh yeah, Bill Burke, good stuff too. This one is how to keep all of this stuff in a Pelican case. I can't remember what size it is. It's pretty good
I
size,
think
but
it's a
got
1510.
it's got a lot of good stuff in there. If you can find that article, the One Case Toolkit.
Well, you could
See-
text that to us.
and
I
we can
can.
post it in the show notes.
Okay, it's a
Those
really
show
good
notes.
article. Jonathan Hansen has been overlanding for eons. I think he
Right.
bought the first FJ40 or something like that. He's a good guy. He's
Yeah.
quite knowledgeable. Him and just FYI, Tom Shepard, who's written a few books too. Good books to read. He's, I think, the first guy to lead an expedition of Land Rover 101 forward controls the opposite direction across the Sahara.
See, I think the Hansen article. I think you shared that with me a few years ago, and that led me to build.
It's from 2012.
Yeah, okay.
So it's got some years on it, but it's still good stuff.
well,
Still-
that led me to build my toolkit
still
for in the
works.
car but I used an action packer instead. And it's nice because I don't have the list with me of everything that's in there right now, but it's basically everything that's on that list. And then the nice thing about the action packers is Blue Ridge Overland also makes I forget what they call it. It's a cover so you can put an action packer on top of your roof rack.
It's the bra or something they call it.
Oh,
Something goofy like that.
like just a lid piece to hold it down.
Yeah,
right?
because if you want to fill up the inside of your vehicle with other stuff for whatever reason, you can throw the action packer up top.
Right on.
And it works like that. So
Yeah, I keep all my tools, like Jeep tools, in one container too.
Yeah.
Mine is in a Plano.
yeah.
Yeah, and all my air stuff is in a Pelican case. Same kind of thing. So you just grab the one thing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get better at that. I'm interested in that article though, because
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I would.
Like my
see
tire
about
kit,
doing
I know is in there for sure, and all that stuff.
If you want, just because I do the Rover thing and I see these type of cases at a lot of events, the aluminum toolboxes or storage boxes are very, very nice. Made by Zarges, I think is how you pronounce it, and the Alu box. They're stackable, they're lockable,
Did
they
you
have
have
O-ring
those?
seals.
he does. He has a
I got a
couple of
couple-
them
I got
that
a
he
couple of them.
hoards.
So, okay.
When they're empty, they're super lightweight. And I just saw an article somewhere, and the new feature of the article was, I don't remember exactly what they called it, but something like the packable ratio, something like that. Just for instance, that action packer,
Yeah.
decent box, lot of, because it's tapered, a lot of unused space.
Yeah.
Pelican case has a certain volume of that. Rome boxes, nice box, gas strut lid, very thick. Can't put as much stuff in. These aluminum boxes, though, for volume,
Yeah.
you can really pack
They
them.
have the highest packable volume.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
Packable
why I
volume,
went
maybe.
with a Plano
Yeah.
over a Pelican.
Yeah.
And one
The
part of
Plano's
Jeep.
still tapered towards the bottom
They
too.
do.
The
You're
Aluma
right.
boxes go straight down.
For me, again, it was partly because of that top thing. I had someone had given me that. Sam did actually.
Yeah.
And they were cheap. You know, it's
Sure,
an
sure.
affordable
Yeah,
option.
You
that's a
can
great
get them
start.
almost anywhere. Yeah, they
And then when
work.
I was in
Yeah.
the Scouts too, we would take those everywhere. And I will say they are for sure what you're saying about the size. They're a little bulky for what you get out of it.
Yeah.
But they will take a beating like few other Rubbermaid or like containers like that I've ever seen. I mean,
Not-
we beat the
Not
snot
super
out of
good,
them.
though, as a stool.
No,
or a seat.
no. But they'll keep critters
Because I've
out.
bent a few of those.
Yeah.
Those aluminum boxes, though, that's
Yeah. And
stack
Goose Gear
them up
makes
and
a-
make steps.
Hard top for it, so you can even
Goose gear, yeah,
stand
right.
on.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
again, and I love Pelican cases. I have
They're
a
great.
bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
There is a weight thing there, even empty.
The empty,
You know.
they're like 20 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, just
True,
any size.
true.
And they're expensive.
And when you step on them as a step stool, the lids bow in.
on Pelicans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have
But
that
I've
much of
never
a
had
trouble.
one break or
Yeah,
they
I've not had a problem like
they
that.
bend and they bend right back.
But
so.
yeah, there are certain containers, like you said, you're not stepping on. You're not sitting on.
Yeah,
There's no
action
way.
packer. What weren't we? What event were we at? We smashed them.
It's more, I think. Smoky Mountain Off-Road Rally.
No, it was one of the Overlands. And you said, "Why don't you go check out them?" I bought something there, and you're like, "Yeah, we smushed this thing. Go buy an Alu box or something." And I ended up buying two of them. They're okay, but they're fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, tools are great, but the bags you carry.
I think
them
you
in,
had the action
containers-
packers from your motorbiking days because you had it mounted on the back.
I've had a few of them, action packers. Yeah, I had one on the motorcycle for sure. Yeah. Then I got aluminum pannier
Yeah.
things that Mark made. Yep.
Yep, like for the bags that you carry stuff in, and the boxes.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing in itself.
Well,
just like
and
with you and them.
You've seen my
For
tool
sure.
setup. I have
Yeah.
3 of the Blue Ridge Overland Gear bags. So I have 2 of the tool rolls and 1 of the tool bags. The tool bag is nothing but sockets and ratchets. The other one is wrenches and screwdrivers and pliers. And then the third one is other miscellaneous stuff. And I have all 3 of those bags in a pack out box.
It's
Right.
good
So-
organizing. Same with that one toolbox
Yeah.
article. All of the things are in pouches or boxes in
Yep.
one big Pelican box.
And then very separated. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
our
yeah,
electrical
yeah.
bag is literally our electrical bag.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything electrical is in there. You know, your wire strippers and everything. So if you grab that bag, you have your stuff. Same thing for the air compressor. If I need to do anything tire wise,
For instance.
the air compressor just turned on. it's in that box. Recovery gear in its bag or box, just setting up like that.
Although I will say one thing about the bags, and I totally agree with you 100%, but the one thing that I find is the exception to that is the tire repair kit. I always leave that out because I want to be able to grab that by itself quickly because air is always draining out of the tire once you get the hole in it.
My tire repair kit is in its own container. So I guess
Blue Ridge makes a bag for that too.
Yeah.
Just for tire stuff.
repair.
The outside of it holds the plastic case that's typically houses the plug kit.
The plugs.
You can just put it right on the outside of it.
Check that one out. I don't think I have that particular bag. All their other ones.
There's not many uses and bags that those guys haven't thought of.
No.
Or at least not vehicle related stuff. No,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
all about
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Love their stuff for sure. So, I think we all have some great ideas. There's some tools around the house that are musts, and I'm going to give you a couple of my musts. Okay. Well, first of all, I was a carpenter, so I had saws and stuff. For me to live without a chop saw, it would just myrtlate me. I'm telling you, I have used my chop saw to do so many things over my lifetime. I cannot function without a chop saw. And a bench for it to sit on. I have a
So you don't want to get on your knees in the gravel to cut a piece of wood or
Now,
pipe or
hold up.
something?
Are you going to tell him? Because
I have
Okay.
Nick was asking me
this
about it.
thing, he showed me this picture a couple weeks ago now. And no joke, I'm like, we should make that and sell it because this is one of the best ideas I've ever seen for a job site
Well,
tool
don't
bench.
tell it on this podcast. Everyone
Oh my
in
gosh,
Portugal
it's
is going to make
so
one.
cool.
Well, first of all, it has to be small enough to go through
Doorways.
Well, not doorways, but through stud walls too.
Oh,
Because if
yeah.
you were just having to be here and there, but I did trim, so they were drywalled. It was irrelevant for that. But it's 12 inches wide. It's high enough for me. I'm going to say 36 right now because with my chop saw on it, there is a certain height, and I don't remember what it is. I put a what's the strips called?
Power strip.
Power
Velcro?
strip, yeah.
Screwed it right to the side of the bench, drilled a hole in the bench, and I have a shelf underneath where the cord lays. And I have a door hinge with a swing out thing that has pencils and a few other extra razor blades, and just enough tools to get me by. Hang your saw on nail on each end. You have your little saws there. It's a great thing, and I would not work without that. That and my chop saw, I can do just about anything because you have your cordless drill on the bench. It's just sweet.
I have a metal chop saw.
No.
I do.
Oh, you have a metal chop saw.
And I got a miter saw.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
good stuff.
Saw, chop saw.
Yeah, same thing. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I'm telling you, that is
I agree.
the win. And then the other tool that is to me a must, once you own a knife grinder, it does so many things.
Yeah, the average person listening
We'll
probably.
just call
2
it
by
belt
72.
grinder.
I don't know. Even like
Grinder, yep.
the
Like the
work
Grizzly,
or the onion, the Ken Onion work sharps.
Yeah.
Even that's like,
You can get a lot done with that little thing.
yeah, those
It
little
is.
tiny belts, man,
My
they
chop
still
saw and
go.
a belt grinder, I'm pretty happy.
And personally, as a homeowner, I have found that I can do a ton of stuff with a Sawzall.
Yeah. Yeah,
To the
I
point where,
disagree.
like, if
Got
you
one
buy
of
the
them,
big
too.
12-inch pruning blades, it's a mini
I have
chainsaw.
cut off fallen branches, cut up fallen branches in my yard with a sawzall. You are correct.
Like,
I think
that's
we've
all I
all
take
done
when
that
we
one.
go car camping is I take my Sawzall with a wood blade in it, and I don't bother with the chainsaw.
I can see that. Yeah, sawzalls are great to have around.
And then the little impact driver with the 1/4-inch bit thing and a drill. You can get a lot done around a house with those 3 tools.
Yeah, that's very true.
Brian, what do you got?
Who, me? I'm just thinking about like Sawzall with the wood blade now. Like,
See, that's the thing. Everybody, when
What
you
are
start
those-
shooting around
Brian, what are
ideas
those
about
3
tools,
really good tools you like that your uncle gave you?
What? Unfortunately, I never had like uncles. I actually have like, depends on how you
You were
do the
playing the
accounting.
role of Sammy.
Oh right. No, but
that's okay. Scott was in his own little head there for a second.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean beyond like basic ratchets and wrenches and hammers, and I don't have a really extensive toolkit.
But you own a Harley. You
Yeah,
have to
I mean,
have
I've got a
tools.
little toolkit on the Harley.
Break down. It's a Harley.
Yeah,
Right. That's like
I
saying
do-
my rover don't break
I
down.
didn't know you owned a Harley.
yeah. I mean, I do have a little toolkit on the Harley, a little screwdriver, a little 4-in-1 screwdriver, little wrench, some tape, and some cable ties and stuff. But nothing too crazy. I mean, it's only a little tool roll, 60 bag tool roll.
Yeah. Well, you're learning some tools you need to get there.
Yeah.
Because Mike's right about the Sawzall. A lot of people don't think. They think Sawzall is more of the construction tool. Dude, it is a yard working machine.
It's like having a shotgun. All that different ammo for a Sawzall, all those different bits. You can cut anything. You can do all kind of crazy stuff
yeah.
with one of those.
I mean, I
They even
was,
make a paint shaker.
I know.
A paint
Brother And's
for a
got
Sawzall.
that.
Yeah.
What?
You put your
Never
spray
saw
can in
that.
there and you go, and it shakes your can up.
Wow.
Is there a margarita mixing?
No,
blade?
but for
Probably
your
use it the
drill,
same way.
you can put your blender attachment on your drill.
Ah,
Nice.
sweet.
See what you're missing out on? The old paint shaker for the Sawzall.
Yep, I missed
Man, oh,
that.
man.
I was just gonna go get a little chainsaw, but I like this idea better.
Yeah.
Chainsaws are so
battery-powered
1950.
chainsaws. When Scott got his first one,
Oh, that
Oh,
was
man.
yeah,
Sammy
that was
now has
the
one.
Angry
Well,
Beaver.
that's what I was.
Again, that's a good choice in
Yes.
my book.
The thing that I like about the Sawzall compared to the battery powered chainsaw talk is that depending on what you're cutting, if you're going to need something more than 12 inches, go for the chainsaw. If you need something 12 inches or less, get the Sawzall. Because they're, one, way cheaper, two, they're way more versatile.
Oh yeah, you can cut metal bolts
Yeah,
or chains.
everything. And
Yeah,
just
Things that
change
are
the
stopping
blade
you
out.
from going to that place.
Yeah, you screw up the blade on your little chainsaw.
But the
could be
chainsaw is
screwed.
only good for wood. Like, that's
Okay.
it.
True.
Yeah.
And if you get the 12-inch wood blade that they make for a Sawzall, you can cut down a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
tree with it. I've done it.
Heck yeah.
Well,
No,
now I've got
Sawzall
something
is
for
a
the
good choice.
weekend.
Hey, Sawzall is a good choice. You know, the battery pack the batteries today they're making are just
Oh, yeah.
phenomenal.
So much better. Yeah.
And you get the drill, the light, the saw.
Yeah, you can get a
Right.
kit that comes with two
goodness.
batteries and 17 tools, and
Mhm.
you're done.
Got,
$300.
Yeah, it's crazy
Or whatever
not
it is.
to get the next greatest thing.
Wait till
in that.
Father's Day, Labor Day, or Christmas and go buy the bulk pack. As cheap as you can find at Home
What is
Depot
it?
or Lowe's.
Like
bulk pack
a
of
bulk
tools.
pack of
Yeah.
tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The big combo kits.
Nah, because they are worth every penny.
Heck yeah.
Labor
And
Day's coming up. If anybody wants
So
to
many
buy
of
me,
those battery systems are interchangeable to the point where, like, the Dyson vacuums that you have at your house, they sell an adapter so you can put your cordless tool battery on your vacuum.
now I need a Dyson vacuum.
Yes, yes, you do.
After you buy the Sawzall and the knife wrench.
So the 20-year-old Hoover is not cutting it anymore.
No,
Oh.
no
Well,
good.
and to the point now where even your compound miter saws, they make those in battery power now.
I
They
know.
make air compressors battery powered. They
I mean,
make
that's really
everything you can
convenient
think
to
of.
have a miter saw like that running, where you don't have to run a generator or power or whatever,
Yeah.
wherever you're cutting.
No doubt.
But
Table
yeah.
saws. You can get a table saw that's battery powered.
No, their tools are amazing.
Not surprising.
today. And that, a cordless drill. How many things can you do?
Oh
with a
my
cordless
gosh.
drill? Oh my gosh.
Have you ever had that experience though, where you had to go back to a corded drill on a project when you were
Yes.
using a battery
Much more
pack?
power. But now you got to run the cord out from the kitchen or wherever.
That's an irritating experience.
Well, I mean,
That's when you just go get the bigger battery.
and there are places you can't. We were redoing the tree stand that I hunt out of. We were redoing putting tin on the roof and putting in the little screws, and I mean we went through like 5 battery packs. But I mean there's half a mile from the nearest anything. There's no way you're going to be able to run the line
That's when
or
you get the
cord.
battery powered power station that runs all your power tools.
And they do make that. They do make that.
Well, that's with the solar and the USB power charging ports.
or
Technology.
a truck with an outlet.
Yeah, technology.
Those are getting
today,
more
my
common.
gosh.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
We're crazy not to look at some of those tools for sure.
And
the
some of the
cordless
new
world.
battery technology, like I know when I first bought power tools, like you would go use your battery. If you didn't have it on the charger, it was dead.
Yeah.
It was not going to work. Now you can leave your batteries off the charger for months at a time, and they're still going to have a good charge when you have to use them.
Oh, absolutely. For quite a while. And they're handy. And then the other nice thing is you can have them in your truck now, too.
Yep.
Where before you're like, I got to carry this, got to carry a generator. Man, one of those bulk packs you're talking about, throw it in the back of the Jeep. Man, you're good to go.
And they're
This
all
is
interchangeable.
Spare
a
batteries.
slight waste of fuel, but with the charging port in the bed of the Tacoma, I have gone out, in the woods on site. I'm using air quotes, and just ran through some batteries and charging them right up. Running the truck, I know, but
I think
it's
when we're-
doable.
When you
Milwaukee
had the
makes a
chainsaw,
12
you
volt.
were doing that. You run chainsaw, run a battery down,
Yeah,
charge
yeah.
off the truck.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
when we were at the
Because
one camping
and
trip.
on that, I happen to know the Tacoma when it's idling, you get more power out of that outlet than is versus running down the road. So you just truck's parked over there, idle it, charge up the batteries. Not the most fuel efficient thing I know,
You know
but
what?
it's
Your-
doable.
Your weekend having fun, it ain't hurting.
Well,
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
you're
Not
crafty,
doing
you
it
can
every
go
day.
on YouTube and build a solar generator that fits in a lot of those mobile toolboxes anyway.
That's true.
Pack out systems and all that other stuff. They
Yeah,
have all
there's
the plans and
battery
all the
boxes
tools.
and all kind of goodies. So yeah, we can do
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
So, what's kind of like your favorite hand tool? I
Leatherman.
Brand or specific tool?
What do you seem to go to a lot, or what do you? Maybe
Nothing
not favorite.
beats
What seems
a
to be like always
high
unique?
quality fine tooth ratchet. You can do so much.
I concur.
Like a nice snap-on.
It doesn't even matter the brand as long as it's a
Yes, it
high
does.
quality
I don't know.
fine tooth.
I
If
think
it's
it
fine
does.
tooth, that's the key because you can do those little like where you can only get a one click out of a normal ratchet. You can get 6 or 7 out of a fine tooth.
Yeah.
Mine is a long time ago. My buddy Mark gave me, happened to be a snap-on. That's what he had.
Yep.
A ratcheting screwdriver that kept a few bits in the handle. I still have it. I use it all the time. I've never broke it, never wore it out. It is fantastic.
There's an underrated tool, and I think it's partly because there were so many cheap ones on the market for so long that were really crap. But the
Yeah.
ratcheting screwdrivers now, between Klein, Milwaukee, Snap-on, and
Wera.
Weha, and Wera. Oh my gosh, you cannot go wrong with a single one of those. They are all fantastic.
They
Well,
are
mean-
Weha
quite
and
handy.
Wera make some amazing
Oh,
screwdrivers.
the Wera
for the-
6-gun? Oh man, talk about a handy
LT
screwdriver.
is a glazed
I got-
donut face. He's confused.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Explain, and you have 3 minutes.
So the Wera 6-gun, you'll have to Google it to get the image, but it's got an extendable front that is impact rated, I believe. So it can interchange all the bits that are stored in the handle. And so it all packs down and it looks like just a short little screwdriver. But if you extend the front and you open it up, you get a much longer, bigger screwdriver. And again, it's interchangeable with 6 different bits that are stored in the handle. So that's why they call it the 6-gun. But it all pops out, and then you can actually pop the front out if you have a driver with you and throw it in your driver, and away you go. So it's a very handy, versatile. I mean, it is the junk drawer screwdriver if you can only have one, and not a ratcheting screwdriver.
And
But
Milwaukee
yeah,
makes a ratcheting screwdriver that I think holds 8 extended bits in the handle itself.
yeah,
And it's got a wire stripper in the base of it. So like if you're doing just plugs, you can strip the wire and put the plug all together with one tool.
Now, here's my one and only problem with that is because I have 100 screwdrivers.
Yeah.
I can't look at it.
you could sell your 100 screwdrivers for $1 though, and
down
get
so many times, given to
And oddly enough,
friends and-
The
Sam.
old Craftsman screwdrivers with the big
the
hexagonal.
big red and
Yeah.
clear.
I love those screwdrivers because
those
you
are
can
awesome.
put a
Yes.
full-size wrench on
That's
the
one of
handle
them.
Yeah.
and turn frozen bolts. Love that.
Oh.
Nobody else does that.
Yeah, I don't know how they
Snap
heat
on
treated
those.
that steel, but man,
Really?
There's right
That
at
little thing, though.
right at the base. Yeah, but it
it's
fits a wrench
little.
perfect.
Little. I want big, long
Oh.
leverage.
Oh, sorry.
It's like a 7/8
Big,
or
long
something.
leverage.
That's a pry bar. Okay.
You know, another silly go-to tool for me is a wood chisel.
oh my gosh, yes.
It has to now.
Get the glue off.
I'm talking about the wood chisels that have a plastic something handle.
Yeah.
They're shock. You can hammer them.
Oh,
and you can
okay.
hammer them good. I kept one all my carpenter years, and it still would ride in my pouch because it was good getting glue off of stuff, getting drywall off of stuff, sharp enough to open things, name it, prying,
Yeah.
driving in, chopping stings. It
I have
was
a drum
fantastic.
brake tool
I
that I
used
never
it.
use for drum
Probably
brakes, but
$5
it's
thing.
very similar to that. It's like some pry bar looking thing that I've sharpened to like a close to a razor's edge, and
Right.
I use that thing for everything, scraping gaskets, everything.
Pry bars and pry tools are underrated, I think, and I think Nick said it earlier. Yeah, it's a good thing to go. I think anybody have anything else?
Yes.
Go? Yes, you do.
Oh,
Just
no.
real quick,
No, it doesn't have to be real quick.
your
We got
best field fix. Here's mine.
Best field fix.
Field
that we've
fix
done or
of a
wish we
vehicle.
did?
Yes, no, that you've done.
Just
maybe.
yeah.
Here's like one of my top 3. I think I used to have an old F-250. It's loaded for bear. Me and my buddy are going camping. Mountain bikes, camping gear. It's loaded. We head toward West Virginia, and a day previous, I changed out the power steering hose for the wrong one, but I made it fit, and it worked. And okay, because we got to leave. We're halfway to West Virginia. It starts leaking at the box, the non-pressure side. I have no Teflon tape, so we just bought a 6-pack of something or other. So I cut up the crappy nylon bag you get at every Giant Eagle trip, made a strip, and used that like Teflon tape, wrapped it around the threads, jammed the fitting back in, tightened it up. Bob's your uncle.
Still there, isn't it?
Probably. I said that truck, but it probably is.
The best
Worked
wiring is the
fantastic.
temporary fix that's permanent.
I do that all the
Penny,
time.
toothpick, or paperclip.
All right, who's got another one?
Boy,
I have a general statement about tools, and I'll throw this out there as being the resident tool snob. Do
Go
not
ahead.
be afraid to go to Harbor Freight and buy something junky just to see if you like it.
or to get you out of a
Sure.
bad
Yep.
situation.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
My
it
gosh.
just works
Yeah.
too.
It does, but
There's some
they
good
just
stuff
don't
at Harbor
seem to
Freight,
hold
and
up.
don't,
You know?
don't feel bad if you can only afford
Oh gosh,
tools,
no, yeah,
basic tools, because having tools is better than not having tools.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
don't be
For
afraid
sure.
to
Oh, I
not
like
spend money on tools.
I like Snap-on stuff too,
I do too.
and it's all cool. But man, sometimes I got some Harbor Freight stuff I like. I really do.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
really
I'm not
do like
knocking on them. It's just my experience is they just don't seem to hold up. The screwdriver thing in particular is a pet peeve of mine. That's why I like those so much, and like a nice one, because I've busted them and had them.
See,
You know,
I've had my screwdrivers are so old. I've just got
Yeah.
you name the brand. I probably have it. So I've never had a screwdriver that I can remember go bad on me because I had so many. If it did, I probably just threw it away.
I gotcha.
But
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
I mean, everybody has screwdrivers that have no manufacturer, no label, no name or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
They're just you've just always
I have a
had
bunch
somehow.
of brown wood-handled screwdrivers that are old as heck, but have absolutely no name on them. They look like barbecue tools, like they have that kind of handle on
those are
them.
cool though.
They're
No.
super comfortable and they're really nice.
No joke, man.
I've
I
got
have
a few of
full
those.
Tang one that looks like it was actually forged. That thing is a beast.
Yeah, we definitely we like tools. There's no doubt about it. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's episode talking about tools. We covered some EDC stuff, some things that we have in the trucks, and things that we have at our house. Maybe even give you some ideas. I know I got a couple ideas on a thing or two, and Brian's going to go out and buy a Sawzall on the way home. They
Absolutely.
can do yard work this weekend.
I do still have a little bit of wood that needs to be cut up. So
There you go.
You'd probably be happy.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to go to the website, and they can go through. If you'd like to support the show, you can hit the Amazon.
Yeah, especially if
Affiliate
you're,
link.
if you're
Affiliate
buying some of those tools on
Yeah,
Amazon,
you
Oh,
can
there
get
you
some of
go.
those
Go
tools.
that
No,
way.
you
Yeah.
should on the Jungle website anyway. Click on our link.
Yeah, there
That
you
definitely
go.
helps us out and bringing you some shows every other once a month, or I think is what we're up to.
Yep.
Man, episode 35. Kind of digging it. I like that a lot. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Check out ltwrightknives.com. Don't forget to check out woodsmonkey.com as well. We hope that you like our knives. Hope you like the stuff over at Woods Monkey. Guys, thanks for tuning in, supporting us. God bless you, and have a great day.
See you. Bye.
Bye.